Okay, let's see how this works. Thanks for your attention, your time. I think that if I share some images and some ideas, our discussion is going to be richer. I'm calling this the Femini Project, and the idea is to create a space for the development and lifelong learning of women in order to relaunch the feminine energy in the world. The purpose is to empower women in a situation of vulnerability for their personal development. A bit of context. Thousands of young women in Latin America neither work nor study. Many of them have dropped out of school in order to help in their house, take care of the children, younger siblings, and elderly members of the family. Returning to studies is very difficult. Their lives have become an alley with little hope. Most of these women have access to the internet. They have a smartphone. The smartphone user penetration in Latin America has grown sixfold in the last decade, and the average internet mobile usage is around 70% in Latin America, with Mexico probably arriving to 80% at the end of this year. This online platform has the purpose of providing online training for the development of personal abilities and job skills, enable the building of a digital identity to legitimize and certify their skills and commitment to self-improvement, create a scorecard enabling them to qualify for microcredits and other financial services, open an opportunity for crowdfinancing their projects, and facilitate a support community. It's important to spend some time on how I got here personally. For the last 10 years, I've been running a company called El Viaje de Odiseo, means Odiseo's journey, and our purpose is to identify potential underlying online communities, activate the interaction and knowledge sharing between the participants of these communities in order to create knowledge pool resources. Our theory is that when people interact, there is an emergence of knowledge that can be managed in a reservoir of collective knowledge. We are a big corporation. In the last 2 years, we've been awarded the prize of Best of the World, top 10 worldwide in the category of change makers. And we worked with a number of leading companies in the region leading their digital transformation, but again, creating this emergent knowledge pool resource from their interaction with employees. I'm going to speak up briefly about two examples. Natura was a great experiment lab for us. We worked around 8 years with Natura. It's a cosmetic company that sells through a sales force of 1.5 million consultants in Latin America. It has around 70 million clients. And this permitted us to experiment several community projects. Our first challenge was to alphabetize Natura digitally, all of their stakeholder base. Adoro Maquiagem was probably our nicest project. Adoro Maquiagem is translated as I love makeup, and the idea was to create a community around makeup. Actually, it became a huge conversation hub where 500,000 consultants interacted with 7 million clients. These are the original mock-ups that we used actually 10 years ago in beginning 2009. What we discovered was that through online training, and we created a section called Aprenda that is translated as a learning hub with Marcos Costa, this famous makeup professional. We gave free online courses on makeup. This created a huge amount of participation between the users, And it triggered that thousands of youths started sharing their own makeup techniques in videos, trying to compete with Marcos Costa. So around 10 years ago, we discovered that free online training, before all the MOOCs, massive online open courses, appeared in the US, that free online courses created an enormous amount of participation. From there, we moved to another project 5 years ago called Escuela de Negocios Coca-Cola. The object is to reach the traditional channel of Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola sales, 70% of the sales go through the traditional mom and pop channel, and they reach around 1 million mom and pop stores in Latin America. Our idea was to create a network of emerging knowledge through the participation of this underlying community, people that sold Coca-Cola. The trigger again was free online training for their personal and professional development. Here's a brief video explaining the project.
Of Escuela de Negocios Coca-Cola, an online training program that offers free courses in most relevant issues for our customers. We offered a curricula adjusted to the different needs according to the store format and their level of professionalism. In the easy-to-navigate site, we offered courses divided into 20-minute modules featured with videos and interactive activities that make the experience of learning a joyful moment of the day, to be taken between customers, at night, or even during their traditional
siesta. The video caught too early. What we discovered with this project is that we were able to reach 10% of the total stores and have them take courses. What amazed us was that 30% of the users actively participated in a section of question and answers, sharing the comments and ideas around their business management. And 90%, 89% completed their personal and professional diagnosis. They created a digital identity with an enormous amount of information about themselves. Here's a bit more.
But don't take our word for it. Here's what the store owners had to say.
Por ahí uno dice, ay, tengo un kiosquito de 2x2. Pero esos 2x2, si uno lo sabe aprovechar y en el curso te lo dan, la forma de aprovechar, te va a rendir como si fuera un súper o un negocio mucho más grande.
En realidad para mí presencial me sería muy complicado porque yo estoy casi todo el día acá en el negocio. Me pareció bueno lo de la web porque uno lo hace en el tiempo que uno dispone.
The program has also shown strong results in sales. Trained customers showed an 11% growth in sales.
This was amazing that the customers that took courses versus those that didn't increased their sales in 11%. So we actually had an impact in their professional development. Another project, and I'm going to be brief, that we developed in Brazil is the project of Take. Take is a game application that trains young people for the job market and enables companies to recruit pre-qualified candidates for their job openings. It works like this. Young people take courses and tests. They create a scorecard. Again, this is a digital identity for work opportunities based on their interaction and skills. The companies take a culture test where they define the profile for the openings, and the TACE algorithm matches the best candidate with the job opportunity. It's very simple how it works. It's a game-like application where people start playing, they develop their scorecard, but they also develop their personality test. This is a Myers-Briggs. It's my Myers-Briggs. It defines what type of personality I have for different jobs. And this is the profile of information that a person receives as he interacts in the platform. In the center, you have the Myers-Briggs personality test. To the left, you have the number of game-like conquers that the person can achieve how he's doing in the different courses, what percentage of the course he's finished, how much is left, what courses can increase his or her scorecard. And to the right, you have the skills and abilities, where the strengths and weaknesses of this person are both personally and professionally for the job. In the last year, we've been able to register and start training more than 220,000 users in 2,000 and 13,000 matches, and we presented 63,000 candidates for different job openings. This is a project that we are working on for the Argentine government, the Ministry of Production. It's free online courses for small business enterprises. The courses are divided in modules. 4 modules were with different videos and activities, slideshows, PDF downloads. These again, mom and pop companies can develop their professional skills. There's a space for ideas where people can share ideas, but also snack education where they can learn something in 45 seconds, and forums, etc. Let's get back to the Femini Project. I'm going to make a break and drink a sip of water. The Femini Project is based on our experience with Kiva. Kiva is a lending platform that has at least 10 years. It's been extremely successful. You can lend $25 from your credit card to different projects around the world. Kiva has lent more than $1.2 billion to 3 million borrowers. It's crowd-financed the money through 1.8 million lenders in 82 countries. And the repayment rate is over 96%. 81% of the people that take the credits are female, 19% are male. In the Femini Project, our magnet is the possibility to access to a loan. The recurrence to come back to the site and develop your scorecard is the personal development and this lifelong learning journey. As you take courses, you develop your scorecard. As you develop your scorecard, you are closer to access to a loan. And the objective is to create a community that supports you in this trip of lifelong learning and in this trip in order to access to this loan. Again, the idea is to create a space for the development and lifelong learning of women. It's a platform only for women. I'm going to describe the road to inclusion. With free online training, people can, women in this case, develop the personal and professional skills in order to develop themselves as a better person or a better professional. They gain digital literacy. They create their digital identity that is necessary for accessing this loan and is necessary actually for any job that you will apply. You create your credit scorecard. The scorecard is constructed by your interaction in the site and with the community, and with this you are eligible to access to microcredits. Along the way, there is a community that supports you. The free online training gives a relationship of bondage and trust with the platform. It simulates recurrence and habit of accessing periodically the site, and it provides a diagnosis of your personality. It enables tests and the development of the scorecard, that is your digital identity. This digital identity gives legitimacy. It permits segmented communication of your topics of interest and their participation in different groups. It gives traceability and geolocalization, and the person becomes a data point transmitter. That it's important in order to create this knowledge push resource for the whole community. The scorecard measures skills, motivation, personality, the entrepreneurship capacity, and the community is created around groups that share interest in the topics of the courses that they are taking, or different topics. The interaction in questions and answers is like a Quora or Yahoo Answers, and there are groups of online support. Most of the learning, as we saw in Coca-Cola and different projects, becomes from P2P learning, people that shares ideas and solutions to problems, and a knowledge pool resource is created from the interaction of these ideas, these questions and answers, and the solution that people bring to problems. How it works. The basic assumptions are that the blockchain is going to evolve to bring more traceability and more transparency to all the transactions. Cryptocurrencies are going to become a common practice. The fintechs are going to revolutionize the app usage for financial transactions, and connectivity and smartphones and internet usage will reach most of the world population. And this is going to occur probably in the next 5 to 10 years. Okay, let's take an example of how this would work. Here we have a youth that has not finished her studies. Probably she has a young daughter, or she's taking care of her small siblings. She has little hope of completing a study career, but she can register on this free online course platform, and she initiates her road for training and knowledge. As she evolves, she develops this proof of knowledge. Each knowledge step, each course, each test that she finishes is registered, and she receives token flowers for her efforts. Instead of proof of work, this is proof of knowledge. She receives a number of tokens as she evolves in this learning journey. She creates a digital identity and a scorecard for the knowledge and skills. Maria is certified. She is certified on a number of free online courses that she took in the platform. Yeah, good for you, Maria. The 3 things important for Maria at this moment is she's certified for her knowledge. She has a knowledge digital identity. She can prove that she has this knowledge on a blockchain platform. And in a virtual wallet, she has accumulated tokens for her proof of knowledge. Let's move on from Maria certified to Josefina. Josefina, as Maria, she is certified, but she has a dream. She wants to become a hairdresser and open a very small hairdresser store in her neighborhood. She has acquired proof of knowledge. She has taken a number of courses. Her scorecard is high. It enables her to apply for a credit loan, but she must present a project. So she takes a course on how to present this project. This project will be approved and analyzed by an N number of Marias. She needs to reach back to the community of learners, of women that have tokens and that have taken several courses in order for them to approve the loan. So here Maria certified. She knows that she can empower other women, so she becomes an enabler. The tokens that Maria gained of proof of knowledge, these flower tokens, can be lent to women entrepreneurs such as Josefina with eligible projects. So Maria analyzes Josefina's project, she approves it, she likes this hairdresser professional career that Josefina wants to follow in her neighborhood, and she approves with another number of Marias the project. So Josefina receives tokens. Josefina has become empowered. Yeah, good for you, Josefina. Well, Josefina now has a number of tokens that people in the community have lent to her. What can she do with these tokens? So Josefina is empowered, but then you have Juana. Juana is an entrepreneur. She wants to she aspires to empower and finance other women. She understands a bit about cryptocurrencies, but she's willing to put her fiat money, some of her money, into an impact lending fund. So this fund exchanges fiat money for Maria's tokens, or flowers in this case. So Maria now has a loan for her project. Here is where the token flowers become a real loan for the empowered Josefina. This is the basic of the ideas that I want to discuss. This opens and forks an enormous amount of possibilities, like a marketplace, like a secondary market for flowers that people can exchange for their time, for taking care of children, for applying for loans, for sending their kids for to school, etc. But I think the basis of this idea is sufficient at this time in order for us to have an interactive conversation. I hope I did not extend myself too much. Thank you for your time, and I hope we can speak soon. Bye-bye.